Thank you. Welcome to the Light and Love of Unity of Lawrence. My name is Cindy Smarsh, and I'm your worship assistant this morning. And I want to just start off thanking Robin Loomis for that, and Avery Wilcoxon for that beautiful slide presentation of Betty's Big Bash. Wow, it was a fabulous celebration. And if you missed it, I feel sorry for you. Far be it for you to miss anything else we do around here. Just kidding. It was wonderful. Thank you, everyone who was involved. Okay. So in Unity, we begin everything with prayer. So let's take a centering breath and open to the divine in all of us and listen to this prayer. With full hearts and open minds, we gather today to accept the endless possibilities of peace on earth and peace in our hearts. We acknowledge the existence of pain and injustice in the world, but we also acknowledge limitless love and our limitless being. We welcome our divine inheritance as co-creators. We know that we are already standing in the light of love, of healing, and of transformation, and so it is. Amen. Our prayer chaplains are trained to hold sacred space and pray one-on-one. If there's anything at all to be held in your heart in prayer, we invite you to see Holly after today's service, right over there, the front of the sanctuary. The chaplains will also pray for you during the week. You can just fill out one of those purple prayer requests. They're in the seat in front of you, and turn it into the wooden box in the foyer. And they will pray for you, and they will keep your prayers confidential, except in any situation that you would like Unity to have your prayer requests for the entire congregation. And with that in mind, today we pray with Christopher's family for healing, divine order, and guidance in their lives. We see the wisdom and the power of God pouring down upon them. We feel the power of love flowing into every part of their life, and we know that all is well, and so it is. Amen. Well, at this time, I would like to invite Reverend Anna Schaus forward and those that graduated from the membership classes. Come on up. Let's see. Come on over. Come on up here. Come on, shy ones. Come on up. You got to come closer to me. Yeah, that's the rule. That's the rule. And we have two others who are not present, but I'll introduce them in a minute. First, let's let our teacher, Reverend Anna Schaus, speak.
Well, thank you for inviting me to teach the membership class. It was delightful. These are really good people, and y'all should be really glad they're here. And I think you are. But they're wonderful. We had a great class. Oh, good. Here comes Christopher. All right. Come on up, Christopher. Here he comes. Yay. All right. Yay. Okay. So we had a wonderful time. We learned a lot about the history of Unity. We learned about the Unity philosophy in depth and all that it means, and most importantly, that experience that it is the power within us. And so I'm grateful for them, and thank you, each and every one of you, truly for your engagement in the class, for your wonderful comments and questions, and all the ways that you already apply all of this in your lives. It's just a delight, and I enjoyed getting to know you and being with you for those 4 weeks. And I'm glad you're becoming members.
And I have to tell you, honestly, I sat in the class again. I'd been through it before and enjoyed it so much, but I wanted to keep my learning going, and Anna Schaus did a beautiful job. I learned more even after hanging around here for 8 years, and so that was really exciting. And we had 9 people, and some decided not to continue with membership at this time and things. And one who's absent today is Jupiter Moon, so she's one we want to celebrate. And we are going to give each of our graduates one of these beautiful, beautiful prayer protection ornaments. They're just gorgeous. So congratulations, Deborah Burton. Oh, wait, let me get you one in a box. Here, that'll be easier. Sorry. Vanna. I'm Vanna. Sorry, forgot. Okay. It's the prayer protection, you know, that we say at the end of the service. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, and Barbara Boykley. Congratulations. Denise Parker. Rhonda Burgess. Whoop, and Christopher Searcy. Yay, let's give them a round of applause. Stay here. Okay, yeah, we're going to bless them. Let's stand and bless them. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. Okay, let's continue our celebration by singing with Holly, Living in the Heart of God.
Let's go ahead and stand up together. Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten. We are living in the heart of God. We are living
Nice. You guys are professional huggers as well as professional singers. So great. Love the energy in the room. Thank you all. So let's do our unity intentions together now and start with our founding principle together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And our Unity of Lawrence vision statement together. United in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. And our Unity of Lawrence mission statement together. We are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. Now, guess what? The Unity Choir is singing this morning. Here they come!
We're going to sing one more for you here.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy,
love can heal us all. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing. Let me share the good that's overflowing. And let me care for those around the world. Let me care for those around the world. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing. Let me share the good that's overflowing. Oh, let my steps reveal the path of peace. Let my steps reveal a path of peace. Oh, let me talk each day a little kind. Let me talk each day a little kind. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Jay Pryor is a speaker, author, executive coach, and lay member of this congregation and one of my dear, dear friends. Let's welcome Jay.
Hey, everybody! Wow, look at you. This is brilliant. You're beautiful. What, can we just give that choir one more round of applause? I feel so blessed, choir. I feel so blessed by you today. All I ever want is to serve in a holy, holy way. If you don't know this about me, I don't prepare my talks. I don't. Kathy and I kind of spitball an idea or whatever I'm thinking about at the time, and then I wait for Spirit to guide me. And usually, sometimes I get a little nervous because they wait for the last minute sometimes. But usually, what I'm supposed to talk about will download. And this morning I got my download, and I first just want to take a breath and be with you. And then, like usual, if you don't know me, I do this goofy thing because I know that what I imagine is what I live into. So for me, before I speak, I always like to call in all the goodness. So I like to give my guardian angel a high five. I high five all my guides. And then I high five and say, bless you and thank you to all the support and love that I have that is out there, not in skin. So I call in all the angels and all the lovely souls that want to be here, not just the faithfully departed, but all the souls that may want to be here with us today, including all the folks like Vi and Enola and Karen and Kidney and Bev and so many others. Thank you for being here. What I do is I say, Holy Spirit, come through me and have my words be what they need to hear. Have me be who they need me to be and have me say what they need to hear. And so it is. Today I'm talking about coming from a perspective of a soul rather than a perspective of a human being. My life over the last month and a half has been grounded in a lot of facts that could make me sad and devastated a lot. I've been dealing with some of the hardest stuff I've ever dealt with in my life, and if you know me, that's a high bar. It's a fact. And people can give me agreement all the time that we should be devastated and fearful and all of this. And I have been, certainly, at times. And I've been angry and frustrated and all those human emotions. And Jessica and I have very intentionally been doing a soul meditation and doing our best to not just be a soul, but to see all of you as souls and to see our children as souls. And boy, does it help. Boy, does it help. And when I can be in that, it is so lovely that I just, like today, when I'm so full of the Holy Spirit today, that I see you as light. I see you as love. And it is so easy. But boy, I could step out of here and somebody could piss me off in a second, right? Yeah. And there goes the human. And so it takes something, right? It takes a practice. It takes a muscle to flex. So this morning, as I was barely not sleeping, like in and out of that dream state, which is usually when my talks kind of download, what came to me was, and I don't usually do this, but what came to me, that seems really up in my face. Can I turn that down a little bit? Oh, it's because the little dealie popped off. That's why. I'm going to just move it. Can you still hear me? Yeah. Okay, I'm just moving it down. So I don't usually do this, but it came to me to give you, not an acronym, but a little CCC. So, CCC. Here's what came down. In order for me to keep practicing, what I have to do is first be C conscious. I have to be aware, right, of the human stories that tend to run my life. And these stories aren't just stories that I decided, but they're stories that we get handed by our culture, by our religion, by everything else that then turns into what I call in my book your BS, which is your belief system. And that BS can run your life, trust me. When I was a kid, I heard over and over and over again from adults, when they would talk about me, they would always say, Janet's so oversensitive. Right? Janet's oversensitive. Janet's just so oversensitive. You don't worry, Janet's just oversensitive. Right? So I decided that being oversensitive was a bad, bad thing. And so instead, I had to be tough. And I learned to fight. And I adapted an attitude of a giant to you if anything comes up into my life. And unfortunately, some of that really worked. I mean, the good news is some of that really worked for me. The bad news is some of that didn't work for me, and it still doesn't. And there's still sometimes that impetus to be like, on you. Instead of, really, can you be too sensitive? Can you? Like, embracing this story of being oversensitive, if I really want to get in there and make a story about it, I can say, I am sensitive. I am intuitive. I am an empath. I can feel you. I can see you. I can know you within seconds of being with a human being. I can vet out the BS in them. That's the coach in me. But I can vet out and I can get them to love in seconds. It's a gift that I have. And that's my gift of oversensitivity. that I now, as an adult, can transform that story into something that's powerful. But if I'm not conscious of the stories, then I don't know how to address them. So the first thing is we have to be conscious of our stories, and then we have to have a willingness to give up being right that the stories are who we are. Because all of us have stories about who we are, and we're darn right about it. We are. In Richard Bach's book Illusions, he says, the reluctant Messiah says, argue your limitations and they are yours to keep. And if you really listen, human beings argue for their limitations all day long. You will argue with me that you can't do that thing. In coaching, I see it constantly. My clients will come to me and they will say, this is in my way, and that's because of this about me. I'm terrible at relationships, and here's all the evidence I got. And they're right about it. We have to be willing to give up being right, that story about us is true. The other thing that we have to be conscious about, I assert, are the words that are coming out of your mouth. I am convinced that our breath creates the reality that we live into, and then we make it real through our sight, sound, and all of our senses. But it is the words that come out of our mouth. If you really listen to the words that come out of your mouth, you will hear your own BS, belief system. You will hear it if you really listen. So becoming conscious of all of those things really is about being mindful. And practicing mindfulness is a practice. Sometimes I just sit and plant my feet and I say, how many things can I smell, see, touch? What am I tasting? Just to get in this now moment. Because when I'm stressed and freaked out, it's not about here right now with you. It's about the future or the past. Always. I'm not here now in this moment. And that being conscious enough to start practicing those things and flexing our muscle builds a muscle of consciousness that then has us be able to unpack those stories, release them, or own them, either way. So that's the first C, is consciousness. The second C, I just went blank on, so I don't know what it is. I'm just kidding. I remember. It's compassion. My wife reminded me. It's compassion. No, I'm just kidding. Now, isn't it funny that compassion will be the one that goes out the window? Right? All the time. I can be, and I think you can be, so brutal with yourselves. And as brutal as we are with ourselves, we also then lack compassion for others. When I'm looking through the window of my soul, I can see your stories. I can see why you're doing the thing you're doing. But when I'm looking through the window of a human, I'm like, what the is wrong with you? So compassion for others and compassion for self is such a powerful practice. One of the things that I've started to do again recently, and I get so frustrated, the human part of me, that comes up with this brilliant, and I mean brilliant, ideas about how to be compassionate with myself, and then I forget about it later, right? Hard things happen, and I completely forget that I used to do that. So as this talk was downloading, I kept thinking about Leo, right? The little Leo, everybody knows Leo, right? That beautiful little boy that comes through here, right? Leo. Can you imagine being cruel to that baby? Oh, no. And do you know that that's who you are? Could you be as gentle and as loving with yourself as you could that baby boy? So I started to practice a while back, and again, I forgot that I was doing it. But I started again, of just being able to say, it's okay, sweetheart. Right? Can you say that to yourself? It's okay, sweetheart. And some of you can't without setting off your BS meter. Right? It doesn't, you're like, no. Right? And I've been in that place where I'm so angry, I'm so frustrated, I'm so hurt with the facts of my life that I can't get to, it's okay, sweetheart. Right? Instead, what's there is, no. I'm right about the fact that it's time to be mad. And when we can dial in a level of compassion for ourselves at that level. We were talking in Vortex. I have a picture of myself when I was 13, because for me, that 13-year-old is the one I want to pound into I wanted to kill that kid. And as soon as I saw this picture of myself when I was 13, my initial response is like, ugh. And so I put it on my desk until I could get to the place where I could look at that 13-year-old and go, oh, right? If you have a picture of yourself at Leo's age, you have a picture of yourself at whatever age especially that was hard for you, it's a good practice to look at that picture and love it. To say to yourself, I love you. When you screw up, say, it's okay, sweetheart. Right? That level of compassion dials it. It has you expand exponentially into compassion for others. Kristen Neff's work on self-compassion, I highly recommend looking it up. But basically, she's done research to find out that people who can be compassionate are way more successful than people who can't. Right? Being able, when you lack self-compassion, essentially that shows up as resistance. Right? Lack of compassion shows up as resistance. And so it keeps everything in place. As long as you're fighting against something, it will come at you stronger. But when you can address it with compassion, you're addressing it like this, which is the opposite of resistance. And it allows it to flow through and flow through with love. So we've got consciousness, being aware. We've got compassion. And the last C is connection. One of the things that's important to me for you is that you know what you're connecting to. And one of the beauties of this congregation is we don't care. We don't care. Somebody said today that God is a religious word for happiness. So God is my default word. I grew up with the word God, but I've often not used that word at all. I've just used the word love. I've used the word universe. What's your word? What do you connect to when you want to connect? What is that presence for you? Now, being a soul, if you're coming from a soul perspective, what is the soul? From my view, the soul is what lives on after you drop the skin bag. Because this physical being, even though I feel like the soul may run this thing, it might be what's breathing it, is just a physical skin bag. And when I die, I've seen a lot of people die, and I've seen a lot of dead bodies, and there's no soul to that. It's just a skin bag. And so for me, what a soul is this inner being that I have, this presence, this energy. And every one of our souls, including those of the departed and even the faithfully departed, have come together, and that oneness is the presence that I connect to. That presence that when I be still, I can feel. It's an energy. If I get really still, I can feel it swirling around the palms of my hands, for example. When we bless people, we rub our hands together to generate that energy that is the presence. And for me, I've had to practice a lot to be still, practice different types of meditation. When I first start with clients, especially if they're not used to spiritual work, they will tell me, I can't sit still and I can't I can't shut my mind off. So I can't meditate. And so we have to talk about, well, what kind of meditation might work for you? There's all kinds. Out at Unity Village, they have a labyrinth that you can walk. And it's a powerful meditation. Walking, being present to every tree and saying hello, that could be a meditation. Whatever it is that gets you to that world of connection. Because it is practicing that connection, for me anyway, that helps me build on my muscle to see the world through the perspective of a soul rather than a human being. When I'm living in my facts about my life and my opinions about everything, that's my human perspective. And I don't want to make it wrong, right? I don't want to make it wrong. We came here to have an adventure. One of the perspectives that I take on, you don't have to, that I take on, is that I chose to come into this planet at the time that I chose to come into it I chose my family, I chose my people, I chose you all because I'm creating it as I go. And so if I'm the one who's creating it, then it's on me. And there's nobody else to blame. It's all on me. And it's a very helpful perspective sometimes to think, well, I guess I chose this, so there must be some lesson here or something I'm supposed to be able to do. And to make that human perspective wrong would be to say, my choice was wrong. The choice of my family was wrong. The choice of my spouse was wrong. The choice of my children was wrong. And when I come from that perspective again, it's resistance. I'm pushing against it. And remember, what we resist persists all the time. If we're pushing against it, it's going to come at me stronger. But if I can just come at me with open arms, I can be present to the expansion. So I become conscious, aware of my thoughts, aware of my words, aware of my stories, and along the way of becoming conscious, being willing to give up being right, that those stories are who I am. Your stories are not who you are. They're just stories. And unfortunately, they create that BS, belief system, that sometimes runs us. So becoming conscious and then dialing in compassion for all of it. Having compassion for ourselves can be so difficult because we think we should have had this figured out by now, right? We think we should know better. We think we shoulding all over yourself gets real stinky. So when we can give up the shoulds and have massive compassion for ourselves and see ourselves as precious as that little boy, having that level of kindness and compassion for ourselves, it expands our capacity to be able to be with all the humanness. And lastly, taking the time, and I mean on purpose, to connect, because I'm always saying this to you, if in here, the 2 minutes of meditation is all you're doing during the week, that humanness is going to be running the show. Trust. And so we make a practice of meditation, we take a practice of connecting, however that is for you, so that we can then be reminded. I can't tell you how many things I do. Like I have 2 different groups I go to. I meditate on the daily. Jessica and I meditate together. I just really have to practice. I need extra practice at connecting and staying connected because, boy, can I go off on a heezy in a minute. And it's not who I want to be. What I want to do is serve in a holy, holy way. And I hope that I've been able to do that today. comfortable in your chair. Close your eyes if you want to. That feels good to you and comfortable to you. Let's take a couple of centering breaths. Let's first sit here as you're human for a minute. Feel your body. Be in that body as the lovely human that you are. Now let's take your focus and your energy into your center of your chest, your heart chakra, the seat of the soul. This soul that you are has no judgment. This soul that you are has no fear. This soul that you are loves and is loved. This soul that you are can dial in compassion. If you can bring up an image of yourself when you were little, any age will do. I want you to look at that child through the eyes of the soul that you are. If you can remember, take in a moment, be with that human that you are and have been, but looking at that child through the eyes of the soul that you are. Let's just sit here for a minute. I don't want to go into silence, Holly, if you could just keep playing. But I'm going to be quiet and let Holly's music, the choir, the energy, everything about this day be with you as you sit as your soul for a few minutes. Thoughts of fear, human thoughts pop up. It's okay, sweetheart. Throughout this next week, you're going to have lots of opportunities to be human. See if you can practice looking at your human self through the eyes of your soul. And as we start to come back, I'm going to invite the choir to come back in with us. A few more holy holies. You to sing with us. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are. Look at your neighbor and say, you are. You are holy, holy, holy. are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy. Thank you. Namaste.
Okay. I'm a little overwhelmed. I don't know about the rest of you, but. And it's our time of thanks, and I can't think of any more to be thankful for than what we've experienced this morning. So thank you, everybody involved. Okay, our ushers have come forward. They already did that. Good job. So I invite you. Okay, sorry. I invite you to join me as we hold our gifts to this community in our hands and love in our hearts. Let's affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. All right, let's sing Sweep Over My Soul while the love offering is collected.
Sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Come, gracious Spirit, sweep over my soul. Sweep out hate and fear. Sweep out hate and fear. Come, gracious Spirit, sweep out hate and fear. Sweep in love and peace. Sweep in love and peace. Come, gracious Spirit, sweep in love and peace.
Here's our prayer of thanks. Please listen. We are grateful and we bless the flow of good that supports our unity community. We stand in the knowing that the flow of good goes forth again and again, and so it is. Amen. Okay, now our opportunities. First of all, we want to give a special welcome to our guests today. Thank you so much for joining us. For more information about Unity of Lawrence and the Unity Movement, you can pick up a welcome packet in the foyer. The Sunday Lunch Bunch is meeting at Big Mill, 900 Mississippi Street. Everyone is welcome. This is a time of fellowship. A note from Betty and Kathy. A big thank you to everyone who was there at Betty's Big Bash and for loving us. A very special thank you to Michelle Kirk and Cindy Smarsh for hosting. It's okay, sweetheart. It's okay, sweetheart. Oh. Yes, it was a very special night. It was very special. Okay, we have a great start, so let's continue to help Just Food with their mission to end hunger in Lawrence. The barrel is by the doors, so next time you're shopping, pick up a few things, bring them back, and help fill the shelves at Just Food. There is a list of suggestions in the foyer. Remember, open meditation is Tuesdays at 6:30. Everyone is welcome. Men and those who identify as male are gathering for fellowship this Thursday at 7 o'clock right here. And next Sunday, Kelly Hunt will be here to bring us special music and the message, Bright Lights. Okay, let's rise together and sing the peace song.